Hey guys, welcome back. My wife is joining me and we're going to continue our lessons. Still trying to get that first win. I have a couple of suggestions that I think are going to help a lot. But first, I'm going to give her a chance to ask questions and then answer those questions quickly. So what were your questions?
Okay, so I always freak out about moving the pawns. I always forget. I get scared of moving the one right in front of the king because I don't want my king to be open. And then I generally move the pawn in front of the queen. And then if they respond with right in front, then I can't do my other pawn. I have to go knights, right?
Correct.
But that's my question. The first question is the pawns. Which one do I move first? And then flip the if
Okay.
I'm black, what do I do?
All right. We're going to answer that question with my recommendation. So
Okay.
don't worry about that.
Okay.
What other questions? Was that the main one?
That was me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here,
Oh, and then after I develop castle,
yeah. So
I get stuck after I'm all developed, I'm like, what do I do now? And each time it keeps ending in a loss.
sure. So like after you get something like this, don't know what
Hmm.
to do. Yeah,
Yes.
that's going to be a tricky part. Basically, what you want to do is just constantly scan for good trades. So can you take something that's a good trade? So like if let's say your opponent does this, well, you can take it. You lost a pawn, but you got a knight. That's a good trade. Or if they, I don't know, move here, you can take it. You just want to keep scanning for that. And if you don't see anything like that, you can really play anything just like a safe move. Even if you move your rook back, um, to the center is a good thing to do. We'll get to more advanced stuff like creating your own attacks later. Right now, I just want you to focus on looking for those blunders because at the rating that you're at, your opponents are going to be making lots of mistakes.
Unless I make them first.
So, all right, let's go ahead and start with the lesson. I think this is going to help you a lot in the opening.
Okay.
Okay, what I'm going to teach you is what's called the King's Indian attack or King's Indian defense. It's an opening, and you can play it for white or black, and it's kind of like a setup for your pieces. Okay? So you're going to start with, actually, hold on. You're going to start with this pawn. I want you to start with this pawn. This is going to be the better way to do it. Okay, your queen pawn up one.
One.
Okay, so I want you to just remember this. This is a different opening, totally different than what we've been doing for
And this is
controlling
if
this.
I'm white.
If you're white or black, you're going to move your queen pawn up one.
Even black.
Yes.
Okay.
Whatever they
Queen
do,
pawn.
you're going to bring your knight out.
Whatever they do.
Pretty much almost every time. So you just want to remember these things. Okay?
Opposite.
Yes.
Knight.
The knight on the king side. Yep. And the point of going here is that if they try to push the pawn on you, you always have this guy to capture it. So that's kind of you're defending your knight by going here. Okay? Let's just say they do this. The next thing you're going to do is push this pawn up one to let the bishop out to defend the knight. Okay? They're going to do something. You're going to go here. Okay? So this is the setup that you're going to basically go for every time. So all you have to do is kind of remember this, and then you're going to bring this knight here. Okay?
This
So the
lot
knight defends the
because
knight.
it's not like developing because that bishop is side.
Yeah, this is called fianchettoing your bishop. It's a different way to develop. It's going to line up on the center like this. It's a different way to do it.
Okay.
And then you're going to castle. Okay? So I want you to start practicing this setup.
All right.
So let's just review it one more time. You're going to start with the queen pawn up one.
Knight on the opposite.
Yep, knight's on the opposite side. If they ever attack your knight, you're going to take with this pawn.
Okay.
Okay? Then do you remember what's next?
What did you just say? If they ever
Push forward and attack your knight, you're going to take it with this pawn.
Okay.
What's next?
Pawn up.
Yep.
Only one.
Only one.
Because I knew I had to get my bishop out, so I knew it had to be that pawn.
Then the bishop goes behind.
Okay.
Then you're going to defend your knight with this guy. Just remember, connect your knights. Yep. And then you're going to castle. Okay? I want you to start every game like this. Now let's go to the flip side here. If you're playing as black.
How did you do that?
There's a button. All right. You're going to play what move?
Queen, pawn.
How many?
One.
Good. And then what are you going to do?
King, knight.
Correct. Yep. Now, if they push and attack you, what are we going to do?
Pawn.
We're going to take with the pawn. Now, in this case, they can take back. So this one you need to understand. Look at the queens, how they're lined up.
Uh-huh.
You're going to capture first because they had to take you back. But now it's your turn. You're going to strike first.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to do this. And now we're going to save our knight because it's under attack. And we're going to save it by going over here. And why am I going here?
Oh, I thought you were gonna connect it with.
Well, if they let you, yes. If they do this, you have to understand. We're going for a fork. Do you see that?
You'll take that pawn.
That's our next move.
Unless they move it.
Unless they stop us somehow. And we're also attacking this guy. So it's a double threat.
Got
Yeah,
it.
so we have a fork here, and we're potentially going to get another fork. Okay, so if they, I don't know, do something like this and attack us, you jump in with the fork.
I honestly.
You will. We're going to practice it one more time. All right.
But
so what do you do first? They play this. What do you do?
Queen, pawn. Yep.
They do this. What do you do?
Knight, king, knight.
Okay. They could push on you, which we'll come back to. Let's say they don't. They just stuff. Now what do you do?
The pawn in front of the bishop on the queen side.
King side.
Oh, same side as.
Think about this knight. You're always kind of defending the
knight.
knight. Yeah, you're going to defend it with the bishop. Then you're going to defend it with this knight.
All
okay.
Right.
So G6. And then what are you going to do?
The bishop.
Bishop. And then what are you going to do?
Castle.
You can. That's totally fine. You could also bring the knight to defend. But that's okay.
No.
These are not like super critical. You could get the order. So that's fine. Let's say you castle. Now what do you do?
The knight.
Good. This is going to be your starting setup.
I know. And then I freak out because they
So
always keep going.
right. And then you start looking for good trades. Can you take stuff?
Trades.
If they put something somewhere, can you take it? We'll talk about more advanced stuff once you get this down. But for today, let's just see if you can remember this for a game.
What about the other way you did it?
Right. So let's do that one more time. So they go here. What do you
Queen, pawn.
They go here. What do you do?
My knight on the king side.
Okay. And they push.
And take it with my pawn.
Yes, we're always going to take it.
They're going to take it. Then I take their queen.
We strike first.
And then move that.
Yes. Perfect. We're going for a fork. If they defend that, like with this maybe, then we take the free pawn. Okay?
This is stressful.
That's what you're going to do. If you're white or black, same thing. You're going to do those moves.
But I need to
try to do those
fast.
quickly. Just as soon as you remember, you play it. And then once you get past that, you'll have a good setup, finish out the game, and see what happens. Okay?
Queen! What is happening here? Right. Now we just play. Done. 1 second. Every time.
Okay. Okay.
Did I follow the rules?
You kind of follow the rules. But the whole point of me teaching you this was to save you time. So if you're gonna think about it, it doesn't really help. That you just gotta like just trust that like, okay, he said I can play these moves, play them without thinking.
But did you see? They did some business.
Right. And you reacted fine. Most of the time your initial reaction was good. You could have just played it immediately. Like you started to make the move a couple times and then you stopped and you thought about it for another 30 seconds. You could have just made it right away. Okay. Let's watch the time, okay? Good. You spent 2 seconds. Okay. You spent a lot of time
That queen
to
scared
play
me.
this.
Isn't it scary?
No, I don't want you to think so much about what they're doing unless they're like about to take a piece.
I mean, I was walking into here, have a free night.
But that's
I
defended.
know, I know.
So
I
I
know.
don't want you to think so much there. Here, again, 30 seconds, way too long. So
That
most
bishop scared me. Risky business.
no, you got to ignore it. Here's the thing. Most games, especially at your level and against who you're playing at, you're going to need 30, 40 moves to finish the game. So this game lasted 13 moves and you lost on time. You're not going to be able to win if you don't move faster. Now, we talked about doing longer time control, but we don't want these videos to like turn into an hour long. That's why we're
And
doing
I
5
don't
minute
have
games.
time.
Yeah, she doesn't have time for that. So you have to force yourself to move. I want to see you getting to move 40. You did a good job here. You took it pretty quickly. That was good. You did take it even faster, but that's fine. Here, your initial reaction was to just take it, and that would have been a great move. Free pawn.
Really?
Yeah, it's free pawn. Just take it. You don't
Because
have to
then
think about that.
okay.
I mean, this
I
isn't
thought,
bad,
here's
but
what I thought. I'm leaving my power couple exposed then. I just wanted to leave my pock a little bit. Just open it
no,
up. Open it up.
you're overthinking it.
I know. And
Easy
that, you
move.
can see
Just
that with the
take it.
time.
Yeah.
I'm not thoughtless.
Again, 30 seconds to play a move that we talked about.
That queen scared my night.
No, I want to see all of these moves happening in like 10 seconds for
Was
everything.
that a blunder? Why does it have an X?
No, it's fine. You
Okay.
did great. Don't worry about it.
Great.
You did great. There. Here, perfect. When if they attack this with the knight and the bishop, you did exactly what you were supposed to. You castled and then you traded it. The only thing you did wrong was what?
Used too much time.
Yeah. That was great. And then here, look at this. You have 1 minute and your opponent has 3.5 minutes. It should be the other way around. You should just blitz these moves out real quick and then you have time. So that's every single game that you have lost, I think, has been on time.
Not every.
Maybe like 1 or 2 you got checkmated, but like 90% of the games.
No.
So
it's like I want to see the game through.
You want to win, you got to fix your biggest weakness. Biggest weakness. Time. Okay?
All right, and I'm just gonna go for it. And so if I make it complete,
if you make a blunder, you
fool
make
myself,
a blunder.
okay,
That's fine.
It'll be fast.
It'll be fast.
And I'll weep a little bit.
If you don't lose on time, it's a win. Got it? Or if you make it to move 40 or not lose on time, it's a win. Okay? Ready?
Is there a prize for me?
Will you guys comment something if she does that? All right, there's your prize.
Okay. Queen pawn. Castle. Now I don't know what to do. Good or not? Oh, cool. Check. All right. away on. I just lost. I just lost. Move 29. Was I winning?
We're winning on the clock. Were you looking at the clock?
The end.
First of all, much better. You were very close to winning that game. All you had to do was just move quickly. You were still thinking
And I
at
would
the
win
end.
on time.
Yeah, you were going to win
But
on
I
time.
wanted to win on getting checkmate.
No, a win is a win. Win is a win. All of your losses have been on time, so you can win on time. You had it.
Are
you
they
just had to move.
228?
Yes.
I'm like a 1.
You did good. The opening was very good. You were playing quickly. Let's go to the game review here.
Yeah, I was up on time. I even noticed that. Then I just kept saying, it's a blunder, it's a blunder.
Yeah, that was good. That's a good attitude for you to have because you need that.
It's stressful.
So look at this. Look at your time. Look at your time. Great. 5 seconds to move. That's perfect. Just enough to remember. And even here, you were playing pretty quickly. You're like, it might be a blunder. I'm going to do it anyway. That was great. Look at the time. You're ahead. And the game's going on.
Yes.
The game's going on. Notice you made it to move 29. The game wasn't over. That's why I said you got to kind of try to get at least to move 40.
All right. Progress?
Yes.
Progress.
Great job. I thought you were going to win.
I thought.
Especially like
I didn't think I was going to win.
Like right here.
If I only thought my only reason to win, or the only way I could have won was on time at this point, right?
Well, no, you can always win at this level, checkmate, but your best chance to win was on time. Right,
you know
here.
what? I was so focused on defending that I didn't ever attack.
But here, look at this. 30 seconds to 6. All you had to do was just move.
Yes.
You just froze.
Froze. Why? At what
know.
move?
Right here. All of these moves.
Oh, because the queen is right by my king. I thought
Doesn't matter.
Just pushed
Your king was fine. I was just trying to show you the time. Look at the time.
I know.
10, 3, and then you just didn't
Let's
move.
just focus on the improvement.
Seconds. Yes. Good job. Little by little. We'll get there.
No prize yet. Keep thinking.
Hope you guys learned something. We'll see you next time. Stay sharp. Play smart. Take care.
Take care.
Take care.